Tell me about your glory days.
What's happening is it just trickles down, and then now they're allowed in the public bathrooms where there's little girls, and I mean, it's just insane, and that's not good. Guys are guys are guys. Steroids, back in the day, everybody was doing them. Is it cheating? I don't know. I don't think so. You know? And finally, the lawyer came back to us and said, yeah, they absolutely said they're not negotiating this. For the first time, I'm actually thinking about moving out.
No way.
Yeah, Tennessee.
Oh, I was just there, actually. I was in Nashville.
Nashville's okay. I need mountains, though.
Got it.
Because we see this every day.
This is beautiful, right?
And when you don't have it, you go, whoa, something's missing.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know, so we're looking at Knoxville, actually.
Knoxville, yeah.
Yeah, just because of the mountains.
Knoxville is, I think, a little bit more Tennessee than Nashville now, because
Possibly, yeah.
a lot of people started moving out to Tennessee. And the first place to go to is Nashville.
I know. And then I think the overflow from Nashville kind of.
Exactly. And like the original people from Tennessee started moving out to Knoxville.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or South Carolina or North Carolina or somewhere.
But
you know.
Tell me about your glory days. The American.
Are we rolling?
We have been rolling.
Oh shit. Okay.
That's how good I am.
Yeah. Now, is that Charlie about my glory days?
Yes.
My
tell
glory
me about
days.
your glory days.
They're the best ever. I mean, I wouldn't trade it for the world.
You miss it?
Oh God, yes.
Would you do it again?
Absolutely. I'd do it today.
No question.
And I know my body would handle it too.
I mean, you look like you can handle it. You can throw me and Tom off. Do a suplex or something without question.
That's only because I've taken care of myself and I've never quit. Like from the time I walked into the gym, I think I was probably 22. I never left, ever. To this day, I have not left that gym.
But you also were an athlete in high school.
I was an athlete. I mean, softball, volleyball, basketball, things like that. Put a sport in front of me and teach me, the basics, and I could probably do it. To me, that's an athlete.
Does it come anywhere from the family, your mom?
No,
dad?
that's what's weird. No, none of them. None of them.
Let me guess. Are you the youngest?
There's only two of us. Yes, I'm the youngest. I'm the tomboy.
Were you trying to prove to dad?
Absolutely nothing.
Dad and mom?
Nope, not at all. I could care less. I wasn't thinking that. When I was growing up, it was all I wanted to do was play sports. That's all I wanted to do. It wasn't, trying to get my father's love or, trying to prove something or, everything in therapy they go back to. No, I just loved the athletic part of sports. I just loved it.
Physical training.
I'm a competitor. That's what it really comes down to. I loved compete. And if I'm not competing in a sport, I'm competing in other areas of my life.
Where are you competing right now?
How to constantly keep up with socials and keep up with, it's not even a matter of keeping up. I think I reinvented my brand about 3 or 4 years ago. And believe it or not, I didn't think about it, but it did. It just kind of took off. And I was just very diligent about it, in the fitness industry and the wellness and female hormones and anti-aging, So I just really kept pushing it. And it was just very authentic. Yeah. And then I started my podcast. And that was 2 years ago. And then I started having people on. And, so it just evolved is what happened.
Got it. Tell me, how did you start with the Gladiators? How did that happen?
Gladiators was a lot of fun. Gladiators, the way I started with that is being an athlete. And then after, high school, competing in bodybuilding and all that kind of stuff, I was going for, I wanted to go pro in bodybuilding. And so there was a girl in there that I competed. I actually never competed against her. I just knew who she was, and that was Ray Hollett. And Ray Hollett played Zap on the American Gladiators. Well, I didn't know what the American Gladiators were. I didn't know her nickname, nothing. It just came on television one day, and I was watching it, and I was like, I could totally do that. That looks fun, but it looks stupid. Yeah. It looks fun, but stupid, because they were all just different types of games. And then I ran into her one day in the gym in Venice, down in Gold's. And I said, hey, how do I get on this show? She goes, well, I'm not going to be on it next year because I'm pregnant and I got to take a season off. And I'm like, oh my God, how do I apply? She goes, just watch the shows at the end of it. There was nothing. There was absolutely nothing.
Was Gold's Gym like the scene where everybody?
I think Gold's Gym, that was the mecca to where everybody wanted to be seen down there, at the time. And that's where a lot of television shows at that time were finding their athletes in different places. And so she was down there, but I still lived here in the Valley. So it was kind of a truck, all the way down to Venice. I couldn't train down there every day. So a lot of the gladiators, the very first year were actually, they found them. People found them. And so then the second year that came along, that's when they had tryouts, and that's when I actually, I'm sorry, but we didn't have, I'm going to date myself right now. We didn't have the internet. We didn't have our phones to go, okay, where do I go?
Yeah.
I flipped open the Yellow Pages, that big book,
I believe they were selling Yellow Pages. It was
I don't even know. Free. Yeah. Who knows? But I just opened it up and found the production company and called them and said, hey, I want to bring my headshot and resume in. They're like, come on down.
So you already had a headshot?
Yes.
So you were preparing yourself for something.
Well, it's funny because when I was like 19, I thought I think every 19-year-old female thinks that she wants to model.
Okay. I got it.
Somebody that all those scams come along and go, oh my God, you're so cute and pretty. You do it. I fell for it. I did it. I got the portfolio, but it worked because of the fact that I got to use that portfolio when I went and tried out for the Gladiators.
Did you need an agent or did you have one? Randomly called?
And even if I had an agent, it wouldn't have mattered, to be honest with you. There's no negotiating with those contracts.
Really?
None. Even today, from the time I was on it until they just did another series and it's coming out in spring.
A new American?
Yeah, I'm going to plug their stupid asses because I just can't stand the person who is running the whole thing.
A
new American Gladiators on Prime in spring. Yep.
It's coming.
Yep. It's coming.
Did you hear that, everybody?
It's coming.
All right.
And I'm plugging them. I don't know why. Actually, I do know why. It's just going to take my brand and go up again.
Do you have any part of it?
None. They don't want anything to do with us.
Really?
That's my point. Yeah. I had my agent throw my hat in the ring like, hey, have a colorful commentator backstage interviewing the contestants or the new gladiators or something. Bridge the gap between generations.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's a smart move.
Just like, in sports, former athletes are commentators, right?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. They didn't want anything to do with us. And that all came down from the documentary. There's so much bad blood in this organization. And it's talk about a corrupt organization. It's just,
What's corrupt? Surprise me.
And this can't surprise you. I mean, if you've been in the politic world, nothing will surprise you. But just the owner of it, and MGM and how they run their organization and how the owner of the trademark, Johnny, has so much pull, and yet he's so personal in it. So it's not about business any longer. It's a personal thing with him. So it's like he basically, that comes down to the whole, when I was on the show, I was gay. He didn't like it. He was like, pushing me to the side. Don't tell anybody. Don't do this. Don't bring your girlfriend. Don't flaunt it. Don't show it.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
In the 90s?
Oh, God, yes.
I thought that's okay.
No, it wasn't. It just started to slightly be not for girls. There's certain things that you can do, but you can't do, and you can do, but you can't do.
Was it an ego thing, you think, for him?
It was, he hit on every female gladiator there was.
I see. And that's the owner of the show.
He's the trademark owner, but he has a lot of pull for some reason.
That is so interesting. Yeah. I would never think that even in Hollywood, that would be.
Oh, are you kidding? It's the biggest place in Hollywood.
Wow, that surprised me. Yeah. I always thought actually, there's this how should I say it? A stigma maybe that you kind of have to be gay. You kind of you have to be super pro-liberal to get ahead.
Maybe now,
in Hollywood?
Maybe now, but not when I was on television. When I was up and coming on the Gladiators, it was taboo. It was no. It was hush hush. It was, you want to have a career in Hollywood, you do not come out.
Wow.
Oh,
Were you the only gay athlete?
Yeah, I was the only one on the team.
That is
surprising. Well, I take that back. Shelley B, who was Siren, she was gay, but yet bisexual, but yet her boyfriend kept convincing her she wasn't gay. So he would bring in a girl and they'd have threesomes together to make sure that she was okay.
Was that a thing during the show? Sex?
Let's put it this way. If you take 10 gladiators, 5 guys, 5 girls, and they're all built and they all have egos and they're all beautiful, they're all going to want to sleep with one another.
And did that happen?
Not all of them. No.
Not all of them.
Mm-mm.
Did you
Just,
ever?
I didn't hit one of them.
Any one of them?
Not one. Mm-mm.
Not even the gals?
Nope.
Not even the bisexual one?
Didn't even want to. No, because, it's kind of like once you get to know somebody, not everybody's pretty.
Also, there's a saying, you don't shit where you eat.
There you go.
Right?
I always say don't do it in your own backyard.
Yeah.
Which is California.
Yeah. Go somewhere else.
Go out of the state, But no, yeah. So I didn't touch one of them.
What was the most devastating part for you during the show? Like what was the most difficult part?
When I got fired.
Really?
Mm-hmm. And that was because there was 6 of us that started out to hold out for more money because we wanted points off of all the merchandising. The merchandising was huge. They made millions of dollars off of merchandising. We didn't get one dime.
So tell me, go back for a second.
Mm-hmm.
Go back to the contract. You were saying there's no discussion,
Yeah.
no negotiation.
None. And in the contract, there was a certain saying that we didn't know what it was at the time. And since they encouraged us, don't even bother getting a lawyer, don't bother getting a talent rep, don't bother because there is no negotiating with this contract. Either you want it, or I'm going to get the girl right behind you that's standing in line that wants it just as bad as you.
Interesting. Did you ever read the contract or did you ever give it to
I did read it, but there was a couple things in there that nobody understood, and that was in perpetuity.
That means forever.
That means forever. Exactly. So, and if you think about that, I mean, there was no internet at the time. They didn't know streaming. We didn't know podcasting. We didn't know anything like that. So even to this day, I mean, just a couple years ago, a handful of us got a whole stack of cease and desist because on my social, it says Lori.ice.Fetrick.
No way.
They wanted to take the ice out. They're like, you can't use that. And then they decided to show me every one of my socials, how I was referring to gladiators or ice. I'm like, you can't take my past away.
Yeah.
You cannot. And that's when we got a lawyer.
And
it's not, you can't say you won, but they finally left us alone. Yes.
Because it still says Lori Ice.
Yes. And it always will.
How much was your pay?
Ooh, that was low because SAG and AFTRA had not merged yet. So we were AFTRA. And I think we were at $350 a show. Mm-hmm. Yep. $350 a show to put our one episode to put our bodies on the line like we did. Absolutely.
And you became national stars.
Yes, icons. Mm-hmm. I know. And I think the highest my pay ever got from all 9 years, I was on it for 9 years, I think the highest it went to maybe $650 a show.
Jesus Lord.
Oh, I know. You would think
after 1989, the beginning, you were part on the second part of the first year until 96, right?
Yeah.
That's 7 years.
Yeah.
You got paid anywhere between $350 to $650 at the most.
Yes.
And how many episodes did you do? A week, a month, a year?
We crammed them all into 4 to 5 weeks. And the first time I was on the show, we did 13 episodes, and then it went and increased to 21 episodes. So we would shoot 21 episodes within 4 to 5 weeks.
Jesus Christ.
So we were doing 2 shows a day.
Almost every day.
Absolutely. And we were doing like back to back. Because the way they did it is they'd build the set, and these games were so big and extravagant that they decided, okay, let's make this cost effective and let's make this, time wise too. So they would film 2 shows a day. So they had a whole crew over here, one show and another show over here. And then they just go, okay, this one's done. Boom. Put this one in. Boom. Just all the way down the line.
Is that the reason why they added more gladiators? Because initially it was only 6.
Yeah, they added more gladiators because of the fact they started getting hurt. Yeah. And their bodies couldn't, handle the stress.
And if they're hurt, they can't film.
If you're hurt, you don't get paid.
Really?
Absolutely.
That's also part of the contract.
That's part of the contract. Oh, and by the way, if you get hurt and you get decapitated or lose a limb, they're not responsible and there's no insurance. I'm not making this shit up. I am not making this shit up. Yeah.
Right now.
And that's most of the reality shows at that time that had come out. Those were all the same exact contracts. No insurance. The only thing that you could go after was workman's comp at the end. So I fared pretty well. Let's put it that way through the Gladiators, because I was kind of like, well, here's my pay. You're a contender. I want to stay on the show and go ahead. I'm not going to risk my body if you're coming full force at me. I'll kind of step aside a little bit. I still want to win all the time. But my point is I got a small tear in my meniscus, knee. And then what else? Oh, I got some nerve damage, the ulnar nerve down my left arm, damaged pretty bad at one point in time.
Is that still a thing in contracting today in Hollywood?
I don't know. I hope not.
Today?
I don't know.
I mean,
I was on the Adam Carolla show and he was kind of laughing with me because he was like, yep, those are the contracts we signed. It was just one of the things you did back in that time. I mean, you didn't.
Hollywood is so glamorized.
Hollywood is so glamorized and
dark, part of it.
Everybody thinks that if you're on TV, you're rich.
Yes.
I mean, that's the misconception of it. Yeah. Instantly. It's like, oh my God. No, that is like the furthest from the truth. I mean, we were trying to, the way that we survived throughout the year, because if you think about it, I got a check, I think, for if I was lucky, 20 grand when I was done after filming all those.
I average it out to $500 a show at 20 shows. That's about $10,000.
Exactly.
For 1 month.
Yep. Now, the only way that we really made a living on this show was going out and doing personal appearances. So we were booking our own personal appearances, though, not the show. And so we could negotiate our own rates. And even then, they weren't that high. We're talking maybe $2,000, $3,000 for a personal appearance of, 3 hours, which for the average person, that's awesome. Yeah. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
But you take another Hollywood star and they're making 10, 20 grand for that 3 hours.
Yeah.
And we're kind of picking up the little crumbs, because it was just still a reality show.
Wow. You see, you surprised me. Politics.
Glad I could. There you go.
So, and then, you guys were big talent, big stars. Mm-hmm. You guys went back to renegotiate. Mm-hmm. Tell me what happened.
That's when they said, bye-bye. We don't renegotiate. We don't negotiate your contracts whatsoever.
We don't negotiate
at all. Pretty much, exactly. But and we just couldn't believe it. We were just like, they're well, yeah, they're just playing the game. Let's play the game back, So we held out. And it kept going back and forth. And finally, the lawyer came back to us and said, yeah, they absolutely said they're not negotiating this.
Were the ratings already down in 96?
No, the ratings were at the top. We just got off tour. We just hit all the United States. The show was jamming. We sold out Madison Square Gardens. Merchandising was flying off the shelf. And that's why they said, screw you. We're not going to, we're not negotiating. They were making so much money at that point in time. They thought, oh, we'll lose a few gladiators and it's no big deal. They lost 3, 4 of their key solid gladiators. They said, bye-bye.
Did they think they can get on new gladiators?
They did.
Oh, they did?
They did.
And then?
Nothing. The show kind of twizzled and kind of went downhill a little bit. What they tried to do the entire time on the Gladiator show was convince us the show was the star, not us.
No way.
So it was like saying, oh, Friends, that's just the star.
Yeah,
no, exactly. Yeah. I'm like, no, we watch it to watch Rachel and Ross. And Joey, and we have our own favorites that we watch. We don't watch it because Friends is the star of the show. You know what I'm saying? But they shoved that down our throat and kept, telling us that. That's why also towards the end of the Gladiators, they actually increased their roster with Gladiators. Because if they increase their roster with Gladiators, they dilute the Gladiators that are on film at the time. because we were always fighting for more airtime.
Yeah.
You know, I wanted the game, you know, so we get more airtime. And so if they dilute that and you're only on the air for 5 minutes, you're not going to be that big of a star. And nobody really gives a shit if they follow you.
Do you think they regretted it?
I don't think I think they cared because the ratings dropped, you know, but again, they never put any money in marketing and advertising or anything like that. I think they cared, but again, it's Hollywood.
Wow.
Shows come and go.
You think this time around it's going to be successful?
I don't know. I'll be honest, think about it. Everything's different now. I mean, if they don't wrap them in bubble wrap, it'll be a damn, miracle because, we didn't want to wear helmets. We didn't, we were trying to push that because it was more authentic, the hard hitting and everything. They're like, no safety. We're like, all right, put our helmets on. But now, I don't know. And I don't know how it's going to be perceived now. Because if you think about it, back then, we were like one of the first reality shows.
Yeah,
This was before reality shows really hit. So now everything's a reality show. So I don't know. Where are they going to
even air it? Is it going to be on Amazon, Netflix? Because
it's just Prime.
Nobody watches cable television anymore.
I don't know.
Do you think they are trying, Mr. Beast, right?
Mm-hmm.
You think they're trying to do something like Beast Games and, have some sort of...
Yeah, but he advertised it. He put money behind it. And everybody knew about that show. I even watched that show.
Yeah.
They're going to try to bring back the old American Gladiators, and apparently they went really hard and heavy into the stories of the contestants, and that's where you lose your audience. People don't give a shit about the stories if they're longer than 20 minutes. Give me your backstory, but let's give it to me fast. Now let's get to the action.
After the show, did you ever apply to go to any other show like The Survivors?
I did.
Oh, did you?
They didn't want me.
No way.
No, I was already on television. I already made a name for myself. I was already considered ice. Everybody looked at me and they're like, oh, that's ice. That's ice. That's ice. So that was the problem. Yeah. And I couldn't use ice. They wanted ice, but I couldn't use the name ice. I had to use the name Lori Fetrick. Well, nobody really knew who Lori Fetrick was. They only knew me as ice, but I couldn't use it. See, that's where they handcuffed us. They never let us use it.
What was your favorite game?
Powerball.
Powerball.
I got the tackle. I just got the tackle.
No way.
Yeah.
You had to...
Okay, so Powerball was the one where they had 5 cylinders, and there was a contestant on that end and this end, and there was 3 gladiators. Our job as gladiators were to do anything that we wanted to, not to let them put that ball in the cylinder.
Oh, yeah.
So we were all running around and pushing them and tackling them and pulling their hair and doing anything we wanted to.
And one of the gladiators, I forgot his name. He got so upset that he lost to a contender or something.
Oh God, the guys had such egos that when they lost, they threw fits.
No way.
They really did.
Like baby tantrums.
Oh, big baby tantrums. Yeah, it was funny.
Tell me a little bit about the director of the show, Bob
Levy. Bob Levy. I mean, I didn't have a lot of interaction with him. He was a really good guy, but yeah, he had his funny, weird little quirks.
That's why I'm asking.
Yeah.
You know where I'm going.
Yeah, absolutely. But I never saw anything like that. I mean, I remember his so-called Hollywood parties, and I think if anything, I remember walking into a room and the whole room was nothing but porn videos. So, but I wasn't in the trailer. They never let gladiators in the production trailer, and that's where he had all his little bouncing penises all over the place. Yeah.
That is crazy. I mean, the reason why I'm asking, I watched the documentary.
Yeah.
I've been researching you for the past week.
Oh, thank you.
Absolutely. to make sure I know, who I'm talking to. And that came along and I thought, wow, this is a little bit weird.
He was a little quirky. Yeah, he was. There's no doubt.
But he was a mastermind of the show.
He had some really great ideas. Yeah, he did. He brought a lot to the show. There's no doubt. I have to give that to him.
Did you have to stay in character, or was it genuine? Was it authentic Lori?
It was authentic Lori. It was me. I absolutely loved competing. I loved the games. And so I would taunt and toy with the contenders, because I knew they were nervous as well. They were on television, So since I wasn't nervous because we'd already been there and done that rodeo kind of thing, so we would just taunt and play with them, a little bit. But it was what was the question?
I was saying,
don't you love that? You're like in midstream, you're like talking, you're like, wait, I'm off topic. What was that question again?
I was saying, was Lori Ice?
Yes, that's right. Thank you.
Programmed, and
right.
was you had a
no, it was really me.
On.
It was me. I mean, I would tackle your ass, I'd throw you down, then I'd smile and say, hey, hi, kind of thing.
You do have a beautiful smile.
Thank you.
Just to let you know.
Thank you.
Mentions it in the show multiple times. Yeah. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Honestly, that's a crazy, interesting story.
It was a lot of fun. It was great. I mean, I wouldn't do anything or change anything.
Was it? Did fame change anything about Lori?
Yes.
Tell me what.
Whoever says money doesn't make you happy has never had it. Because that's the only thing that fame did for me, is it opened my eyes to what, if you work hard and make money, what it can do for your life. I came from a upbringing, a poor family. My dad was just very average, I mean, I don't know what he made a year, but it wasn't a lot. My mom made our clothes. I mean, I had dinner and, we never ate out. If we ate out, it was McDonald's or Shakey's Pizza. So when I got into this Hollywood environment, television, and then limos were picking me up to go to the places, and then 5-star hotels and first-class airline and all these things that were just like, here, it's going to change you. But my feet always stayed very grounded. I just knew what I wanted, and I just wanted more of it, is really what it came down to. And it wasn't even fame. I don't care if I'm famous. That's not the thing. I enjoy progress. The income, from it. Yes.
Progress of life.
Yes.
Moving forward.
Yes.
Were you criticized by family members, friends? You changed. You're not the same Lori anymore.
No, I've never heard those words. Never.
Did you develop any sort of ego?
It just got bigger. Yes. It just got bigger. I think we all have egos, and I just realized. I think I realized it was there.
Did you work on yourself?
Oh, absolutely.
Hey, I'm just Lori. I'm just Lori. I'm just Lori.
I mean, it's more along the lines of when I'm going through, when I got the Gladiators and I got the fame and I got the money and I got the house and that kind of fun stuff. And by the way, when I say house, I'm just talking a small 3-2 here in Sun Valley that ran me like $200,000. You know what I mean? Because that's all I could afford at the time on that show.
Yeah.
And that was like, 25, 30 years ago.
30, yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So, but...
if you still have that's worth about $1.5 million right now, if not more.
I don't have that house. I did sell that one halfway through, and I did buy another one, and I've had this one for about almost 20 years now, or maybe 25. And you're absolutely right. I bought this one for $225, and it's worth 1.5. Yeah, it's ridiculous. Yeah, it really is. I know, it's great.
A lot of equity.
It is. But no, it didn't change me bad. It's just constantly working on myself. And I was going to say is that what really made me work on myself is when I had it and it got taken away. And that's that 1 year that I sat out. They fired us, and all of a sudden I went, oh shit, now what do I do?
What did you do?
Cried. A lot. I started bartending.
Really?
I started bartending because I didn't have any other skills, because I didn't go to college. I didn't have anything behind me. And that's one of the biggest things that people can do if they're going into this industry, is have a fallback. And that doesn't mean it's a bad thing to, everybody says, burn your bridges. Okay, well, I don't know about that. But, if things don't go your way, at least you have something to, I don't want to say fall back on, but maybe fall back on it for a while until you keep moving in the direction you want to move in. So I didn't have that. So I started bartending because I knew I could pour a drink and make money and smile.
Did you ever look for any other job? And when I say job, show, Hollywood, television.
I looked for jobs. I went on constant interviews all the time. And then I just realized, no, this isn't going to work. I never wanted to work for anyone. So I just actually opened up my own business.
Which was the gym?
Let's see. What did I open first? Okay. So I went from Gladiators. Okay. So I've done real estate. I've had my own insurance company, life insurance company, health insurance company. I opened up my gym. I had a tanning salon. And I know I'm missing 2 or 3 other things. But yeah, I mean, if you looked at my resume, what I've done, it's all about business.
That's impressive.
You know.
And what'd you do? Did you sell them off?
I sold them off, yeah.
Nice. So
yeah,
I successful business.
Yes, so I'd build them up for about 4 or 5 years and get them to the, the very top that I could get them. And before it tipped down to the other side, I was like, okay, now we're time to sell it.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
That's very impressive.
Yeah, so I did that with my gym and I did that with my tanning salon.
Did you ever think of possibly creating your own show or directing a show?
I did. I thought about having my own show. And as a matter of fact, there was a point in time right after the Gladiators that I had a manager, I had a PR team, and we were seriously pitching a daytime talk show so that I could be the host. I sat in numerous meetings. I can't even tell you, just here and there and pitching. And we got close, but it never took off.
Why?
I don't know. Oh, I do remember one thing. I wasn't relatable, they said.
Really?
I wasn't relatable at the time because I was never overweight because it was always about fitness and wellness for me. So in my 30s, mid 30s, late 30s, I wasn't going, let's put it this way. Hormones weren't talked about. Wellness wasn't talked about. All the things that are talked about now were not talked about back then. It was just strictly fitness. And why they said I wasn't relatable is because I'd never been overweight before. So therefore I could not relate to older, women that were, there's so many things I want to say to that, but it was such
I want to
bullshit.
say something as well, but I'm going to hold myself.
It was so ridiculous. So ridiculous.
Well, I'm going to say, is that why Oprah was relatable?
I guess so. Yeah. She was overweight black woman and she was relatable. Ricky Lake, overweight, relatable. I mean, go down the list of all talk shows.
Yeah.
Every single female seemed to be overweight. Which one wasn't?
That's interesting.
I mean, am I right? Which one?
Not the guys, though.
No, they don't care. And that's different. It was always different. It's always different. Come on.
Yeah.
Males, females, it doesn't matter what generation we're in. It's always different. It will always be different.
So do you think it was DEI? Or back then, DEI didn't exist, but diversity, equity, inclusion.
I don't even know.
Woman.
I don't know. I mean, it was only the LGBTQ, LBGT, I think. Was that it? I think that was only LGBT. And now it's LBGTQRST, blah, blah.
Now it's called the alphabet.
And I'm like, don't even include me. Don't even. I have never wanted to be included in that whole mix. It's like what we were talking about. It's the extremism. Anybody who met me, they went, oh my God, you're the straightest gay woman I've ever met.
Where has society taken us to? I mean, I'm looking at you openly gay, but today, like you mentioned, extremism is out in the front and pushing it on everybody's throat.
Everybody.
You think that's okay? Is that normal?
No, it's not okay, and it's not normal. It's not okay, and it's not normal, and it shouldn't be that way. Yes, everybody should be proud of who they are, what they are, who they sleep with. But then again, who cares?
Exactly.
That's my whole thing. People that walk around, even with the little gay flags, all the little gay boys, saying, yeah, I'm going to throw the gay boys under the bus because they're the ones who do it. Hi, and they're waving their. Who cares? I don't care who you sleep with.
I want to hug you right now.
I care who you are as a human being. I don't give a shit who you are as but even now it's like, it's just crazy. It's went so overboard,
Would it be okay back then if a biological male competed with Lori during the Gladiator?
God, I'm so glad. What's so funny is I almost went there in just that last sentence, and I'm like, nope, not gonna go there. Absolutely not. It's not okay, and it's bullshit. I'm a female athlete, no male athlete. I don't give a shit if he changed his sex 3 times and wanted to compete against me. You're still a biological male.
You're more stronger.
You're stronger. You have hormones, bigger testosterone, bone structure, you name it, chemistry. It's science if you want to go there.
Yeah, don't you think that just puts a little bit of, how should I say, hypocrisy on women's sports?
What happened? What happened to the women? The women out there that were, burning bras for us back then and wanting us to vote, and it's all about women power and everything. And all of a sudden, when this whole thing came about, they kind of like hushed hush back in the corner. They didn't say anything. And I think because of the fact that if you said anything, you were going to get bullied. If somebody hears me on this podcast, I'm going to get shit for that.
You know what? Can I tell you something? You may get a little bit of shit, but people love authentic, genuine people.
Well, here's the thing. As a female athlete, okay, I don't care. I can't compete. Okay, so here we go. I had a DJ. He was a DJ, and we were in another city, and he wanted to joust me, because he had this little ego to where he wanted to take on ice.
Yeah.
He was about my size. Okay, so I'm like, oh, okay, this will be fun. He's about my size. If he was your size, absolutely not. I wouldn't have done it. I'm like, I'm not stupid. You're going to kill me. But he was a little kind of guy. And I'm like, all right. That little shit hit me so hard that I was just like, holy fuck.
Wow.
I mean, he rocked my world. And that's how I can tell you firsthand that he is a male, he is stronger, and he just knocked me on my ass. And so, no, if you're going to have guys come in, and I remember I did an interview with one of the English gladiators over in England, and they said that I think one of them was upset because they weren't allowing a transgender to compete. It's not fair. You can't, not in these types of games. Absolutely not. Because they are stronger, so oh God.
You think the empowerment of women made them more entitled, gave them entitlement? Like when we say woman, I want to transition to, biological men who are turning into women and they think they are a woman and they think they have space in womanhood.
Once it started going down to where they started doing commercials for tampons is where I kind of like drew the line. Yes. There was a couple commercials that were online that the gentlemen were doing commercials for, and they were talking about, it's just like you just had to shake your head and go, oh my God, what has this world come to?
So what happened to this mentality?
I don't know.
Where did this go away? That's what I want to understand.
I don't know where it went away. I mean, our look, in our school systems, it starts young. It starts so young. It comes from commercials. The propaganda is just insane in our country. And you know that. We all know that. And they feed it to us on a daily basis on a platter. I just watched something the other night. Okay. It was a commercial. I can't even go here. I don't even want to go here.
Go ahead.
I don't want to, white privilege. And it was all about, the whole commercial was about how I should, as a white female,
feel bad.
Yeah.
That you are white.
Yes.
And you have privilege.
I do. I'd like to know what fucking privilege I have.
That's where I'm going. You have no privilege.
No, especially a female. I mean, we have less than the male still. I mean, I'm sorry. It's just the way it is. But it's just like, it's on commercials. They're feeding us. We as humans, we love everyone.
Yeah.
But man, they just really push things towards us to where everybody, if you're weak in any kind of way, mentality-wise, and you start believing this, you start looking at people differently, guess what? They're winning. They're winning.
Because society is definitely changing.
They don't make money if we all get together and we all love one another.
That's also true.
They don't make any money.
That's a great point.
Coke, Pepsi, Apple, Samsung. I mean, go down the list.
Black and white.
Black, white. Oh, yeah. So,
is this a commercial you're talking about? Sound good.
I'm not here to tell you to buy American Eagle jeans. And I definitely won't say that they're the most comfortable jeans I've ever worn. Or that they make your butt look amazing. Why would I need to do that? But if you said that you want to buy the jeans, I'm not going to stop you. But just so we're clear, this is not me telling you to buy American Eagle jeans.
Sydney Sweeney, has very keen.
Have you
Did that right?
have you seen this?
No.
This is your first time. So she's been ridiculed.
Why?
For this commercial because she's speaking of genes, genes. It's her genes. She is white. She is beautiful, and everybody thinks she's being racist. Can you believe it?
Wait, why? Again, let's
Okay.
tell.
So-
are you kidding
So
me?
she's doing a jeans, Jeans commercial.
Yeah, jeans. She's
Right?
wearing her
Jeans.
jeans.
She's wearing her
Yes,
jeans.
yes.
And then she's saying it's the genes that makes it beautiful.
Oh, so they're twisting it.
Exactly.
They're twisting
That
it,
because she
saying
is
that
white,
because
she
she's
has
a
white
white.
woman.
Oh my
She is
God.
beautiful.
Oh
She
my
has
God.
The genes, and
Insane.
and they're tearing her apart right now.
That is so sad.
Right?
Why?
Because they think she's racist.
Who's they?
the people?
Who
you
are the
know,
people?
on social media?
That's
people
my
watching?
question.
The people you're talking about that think you have white privilege?
I don't why. I don't get it. It's just mind blowing. You know what? I miss the 90s.
Right?
The 90s was I would say that was probably one of the best, like last decades.
Yeah. Now everything is just.
I mean, it's like, and you just got to go back through history and go, when did this start to change? Comedians can't be comedians any longer.
Absolutely.
Everything you got to watch what you say. I never thought that I'd have to go on a podcast and maybe, oh shit, don't say this, don't say that. You might get canceled. You might do this. It's like, well, I mean, come on. When does it'll never end, unfortunately. I think it's just going to get worse, and
How
that's
do we
really
bring
sad.
back this mentality.
I don't know.
What do we teach our children?
Well,
then
see, here's the thing.
in
It's
the
like
schools?
people like me, everybody's so afraid to speak out, even on my own podcast, everybody's so afraid to I'm as authentic as I possibly could get. And yet at the same time, I read some of which that's the worst thing is don't read your own reviews. Don't read any comments. But I do. I read my comments, and then I have, these people coming on and they're just hating if I say anything, especially about the transgender in sports. That was like, ooh, that's like a huge taboo. And even now, I don't know. Has it kind of slightly blown over a little bit? Because this was 4 years ago. But I don't know. It's just, I think people are afraid. It's really what it comes down to.
You're right. But in recent years, since Trump got elected and before Trump, second election, the rhetoric has been more, I don't want to say conservative. I want to say traditional. Because your way of thinking, your mentality is more traditional. You may be openly gay, that's totally fine, right? But you have a traditional way of thinking. You're saying, listen, don't flaunt what you're doing in your bedroom.
Right.
Who gives a shit? Like
Right.
you said, nobody does. As long as you are a good person, we don't judge you for the color of your skin, but
Right.
for the content of your character, correct? That's exactly the way we should judge people, by their content of their character. And that, I think, has been missing in America.
It's weird. They don't even look at your character anymore.
That's what I'm saying.
And it's
been missing.
terrible.
Yeah. Yeah.
When people get to know me before they just jump on the bandwagon of, oh, she believes this or she believes that or she shouldn't have said this, I'm like, I am the most loving, caring, empathetic person, and I care about people's feelings, and I would never want to hurt anybody's feelings. But I also want to speak what I feel, and it's just what I feel, and I think there's a lot of people out there that feel the same way, but yet they're afraid to say it. And even if I say something, all of a sudden some people go like this, ooh, it's that cringe moment of, oh, that's not good.
Because for me personally, you're not the first openly gay person, male or female, who actually says what they're doing is not okay. And that's not surprising to me anymore.
Oh no, I'm going to say that there's a good 75 to 80% of us out there.
Absolutely. And people think if you're gay, you automatically on automatic mode, you should be okay with what they're doing.
Oh.
It's okay for for men to be in women's bathrooms.
Oh.
It should be inclusive bathrooms.
I was in Canada for the first time, and I'm walking out of the bathroom, and a dude walks in, and I just kind of looked at him and went, no, I'm sorry, you're in the wrong bathroom. He goes, no, this isn't all inclusive. And I went, what? And I went, ooh, that was weird. It was just weird standing there, washing my hands while a guy's behind me going to the bathroom.
Wow.
It's just bizarre.
Anyway, I don't know. I mean, it's been an interesting dilemma. Past. Have you seen this video? Check this out. This is here in LA, by the way. Can you?
Gold's Gym.
Yeah.
Men into women's locker room instead.
Can you put the volume on, Tom?
Exactly. Get out of the way now. No. Now he knows how to be a man, right? Now he knows how to be a man. Stay out of the women's locker room. We don't want it. He needs to have his gym membership revoked for that shit. And the woman told you. He assaulted.
And then they look stupid. Don't you find it? They always have that dumbass look on their face like, what?
You can't get rid of me for this. I'm a woman and I have every right to not want a man in the restroom when I'm naked. There are girls naked in there. Look at them walking in there like it's okay. It's not okay.
Look at that. He doesn't even give a shit.
Again.
Wow.
And
I don't know, man. I don't know. I would just, first of all, you got to ask him, what's the point? Why are you ruffling feathers? Do you want to be, I mean, is this for your ego? Is this for some type of publicity? What is it?
So that question arises. Do you think they have some sort of mental?
Oh, I don't know. I honestly have no idea. I don't know if it's mental or if it's just a fuck you attitude, to be honest with you.
But why would you? Who do you tell fuck you?
The women that are walking in saying to get out. I mean, honestly.
I was going to ask you, as a gay woman, do you privately have to, publicly have to agree with these types of topics, and then privately you're like, oh, I can't believe it.
No, I'm openly disagree with these types of subjects. I mean, it's ridiculous.
You are fantastic. No, I mean it. I truly mean it. You are a rare breed in today's day and age, and I'm 38 and I'm saying that. I especially in the day and age of social media where everybody has to somehow show that they agree that it's okay. Look, you can do whatever you want to do.
Right.
Do it by yourself. Do it with whoever you want. Do it on your own terms. Do it as much as you want.
Right.
But you don't have to flaunt it to my face.
And why are they flaunting? I mean, again, it's got to be just...
To that propaganda you were talking about.
I mean, it's just got to be either their ego, propaganda. I mean, I'm right. I've got to prove something. They're proving something to themselves, and I don't know what that is. Maybe they had daddy issues. Maybe they had mommy issues. Who knows? And they're still trying to prove it to them. I don't know. But I mean, if 90% of society is saying no, why are we bowing down?
We are We are bowing down, and whoever watches this, they're going to call us hateful.
But we're not being hateful. This is not about being hateful. This is about just, I mean, it goes so far. I mean, you can just keep going down the rabbit hole, but when you allow them into the locker rooms and in gyms and everything, and then public, and then there's little girls, younger girls. See, in the gyms, we can handle them. The girls, we can handle those. We can handle them. It's not a big deal, but it's allowed. But what's happening is it just trickles down, and then now they're allowed in the public bathrooms where there's little girls, and I mean, it's just insane, and that's not good. Guys are guys are guys. Mm-hmm. Okay, so you're going to tell me that if you have your penis and you're transgender and you're not cutting it off, but yet you still want to go in there, I mean, are you getting hard-ons? Is this something sexual for you? What's the deal? What's the point?
Yeah.
Is my question. What is the point if you still have your dingling there? Why can't you go into the men's restroom? They don't know who you're sleeping with. They don't know. I mean, most of them, they're not getting their breasts done yet. They're getting their face done. That's just a pretty boy.
Yeah.
Fine. What are you trying to prove? Why are you calling us hateful when you need to prove something and just go into the women's restroom? It's not cool. It's just not cool.
And then they bring it down to schools. This already came down to schools. I don't know if you're aware. California also passed a law that if any child in school feels that they are a boy or a girl and they feel that they need to transition, the school is not mandated to tell their parents anymore. So that means the government is
Got
actually
to love Newsom.
right? Or Newscom. You are a fitness master, and I work out about 4 days a week.
Okay.
Sometimes 5, sometimes, but mostly 4 days a week. I ride a bike, a stationary bike. I do about anywhere between 12 to 18 miles a day. Okay. And I do weight training. I do 30, 35-pound dumbbells. I do about 4 sets of 50s. And then I do maybe 100 push-ups and then like 50 sit-ups. But my weight is still the same.
What are you eating? I mean, that's what it all comes down to, what you're eating. Because what people don't understand is that your food is fuel. Your food is energy. Your food is not to be comfort food. So you fuel your body to what your body's doing. So if you're expanding, or if you're expelling 15 to 2,000 calories a day, if you're taking in 3,000 calories a day, well, then you're probably going to be gaining some weight.
So I should concentrate on calories.
It's not about concentrating on calories either. It's concentrating on what I call macros. And your macros are protein, carbohydrates, and fats. Okay. And you want to keep those all in balance, checks and balances, because you've got to feed your body with protein. Because with all that workout that you just did, if you do something what I call carb cycling, okay, you're going to drop some pounds and yet keep your muscle at the same time. Because what happens is you will go like carb cycling is you go 2 days low carbs, which is only 50 grams of carbs, which is probably like 1 baked potato. And the rest is all protein and vegetables. And and fats. I always include fats in the vegetables because it's like avocados and things like that. We need that. 2 days, only 50 grams of carbs. Your third day is a high carb day. So let's go up to, say, 250 grams of carbs. So now you're eating rice and pastas and things like that. The next day, you're going to drop down to, again, the 50 grams. And then the next day, it's going to be more of a moderate day. You're probably going to go 75 grams.
So hold on. First 2 days, 50 grams of carbs,
Yes.
which is 1 big potato.
Pretty much a day.
And then 3 days.
No, the next day is Wednesday. Let's say it's Wednesday, your third day. You're going to go a high carb day.
High carb.
So now you're replenishing.
Pasta.
Yep,
bread.
everything, but you still have to keep track of them. And let's cut out that bread and pastries
Okay.
and sugar.
I don't do sugar much.
Okay.
Yeah.
And so you're going to go a high carb day, which means good carbs, sweet potatoes, rice, pasta. Okay.
I see. Okay.
Your fourth day,
Thursday.
you're dropping down again to 50.
50.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then the next day is going to be more of a moderate, let's say
Friday.
75.
Okay. That's
And then-
1 big potato and half a potato.
Yeah, exactly. And then let's say Saturday, you're going to go back up to a high carb day. And then you repeat it all over again
What
on
about
Sunday.
Sunday?
Sunday's a low carb day.
Low carb. So Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, low carb.
Low.
Thursday, high carb.
Wednesday,
Wednesday, high
high.
carb. Thursday, moderate.
Yep.
Friday, high carb again.
I think we missed a day there.
Okay.
But it's carb cycling. So what's happening is your body is burning the carbs correctly, and you're using that fuel, and you're getting your glycogen levels all nice and out and everything else with your low carb day, and you're going to fill it back up with a really good quality carbs. So when you cycle like this, you keep your muscle mass and you decrease your body. And not only that, if you eat every 3 to 4 hours, your metabolism is going to go on fire because your body's burning all the time.
I eat at best twice a day.
That's what's doing it. And that's why you're holding that's why you're holding your weight. Your body doesn't know when it's going to feed it again. And so it's holding on. Your body thinks you're going to starve.
Really?
Yes. Even though you have the weight on you, your body's like, well, when am I going to eat again? I better hold on to this.
I see.
The less, it's the hardest thing to teach people. The less you eat, usually the harder it is to lose weight. The more you eat, the easier it is to lose weight. But these are small portions every 3 hours. Your metabolism just goes on fire and you're just burning constantly. So I just got done doing a fitness show, okay, women's figure. And it was the Nationals, USA Masters. Okay.
Yes. In October.
In October, I won that show.
Congratulations.
And then, thank you. And then 30 days later, I decided to do the USA. Now, I got down to 9.5% body fat. Yeah, that's a lot for a woman. I mean, that's a lot. That's like
That's like
no body weight.
Impressive.
Yeah, it's hard. I didn't want to get that low, but my body, I kept eating carbs and kept eating and eating and eating to try to slow it down, actually, to put more weight on. My metabolism was so on fire that it just kept burning. And so even after the nationals in the USA, and that was in Las Vegas in November, at the end of November, because it was November 25th when I did the show, until today, I weighed in at 133. At best, I'm kicking between 138 and 140, and I am eating. I'm eating Haagen-Dazs ice cream. I'm eating pizza. I'm eating hamburgers and French fries. I'm eating this shit trying to put the fat back on my body, but my body is like burning it so fast that I can't keep up with the food right now. And it's weird. And yet everybody's like, oh, that's a bad problem to have. And I'm enjoying it because I know what's going to happen is my body's going to catch up, and it's going to take about another 30 days. It's going to catch up, and then my metabolism will start to slow down a little bit. But the more muscle you have on your body, the less body fat you'll have.
The more muscle I have on my body,
the less body fat, because your muscle is your all the little mitochondria in your muscles and all the cells. It's burning, and it's literally, you're burning fat all day long when you have muscle on your body. So all these people that go in and do cardio and cardio and cardio and cardio.
I think that's what I'm doing.
No, stop. I mean, but I heard you lifting weights too. So
Yeah,
that's
but I'm
what
doing both.
that's fine. You're just not eating. You're not eating correctly. What you're doing physically, you're on point. You're good.
Mm-hmm.
It's what you're putting in, what you're not feeding your body. If you're only eating 2 times a day, if you kick that up to every 3 to 4 hours, just go 4 hours. You don't have to go 3, go 4 hours, smaller meals. You should be having like, I don't know how many calories a day you intake, but there's scales out there that can tell you that. So it's like, you're just not eating enough. And isn't that's a weird concept, isn't it? You're like, wait, I want to lose weight, but now you're telling me I got to eat more?
Yeah.
I mean, when I first went into my competition, my coach made me eat 6 times a day. Wow. And he wanted me eating 225 grams of protein a day. I couldn't force feed myself that much. And I was like, wait a minute. And you want me dieting down? He goes, just trust the process. And all of a sudden it just started falling off.
How long did it take you?
3 months.
3 months.
I went from 18% to 9% in 3 months.
50% reduction.
Yeah, and I kept all my muscle on my body.
Wow, that's impressive. Have you ever thought about private fitness? Private coaching?
I used to do personal training all the time. It would be online. I would never do it in person any longer because you're just a babysitter.
I see.
Unfortunately, I love helping people, and I love talking to people, and especially women, about, hormone replacement therapy and all that, because being 62, and it's like, they're like, I'm not losing weight. And that's another thing. You're too young for hormone. I mean, that's not your issue, but most women 40 to 50s, hormones are their issue.
I want to have your take on steroids.
Steroids, back in the day, everybody was doing them, but there's a reason, and there's a time limit, and if you do little things safely here and there, you're not screwing up your body. Is it cheating? I don't know. I don't think so. Maybe for athletes playing baseball and football and all that, but for just everyday normal life and bodybuilding and stuff like that, I mean,
but is
you
still
enhancement? Have to work your ass off, though. It's not a magic pill.
What natural cheat code can you give me, or to the people, for them to be physically more appealing? Like, is it protein shakes? Is it when you work out, what can you do in a natural way?
Everything is natural. I mean, steroids are just for people who are competing, to be quite honest with you. Steroids, I don't even think they're in, I don't know. I've been so far out of that game for so many years. I mean, when I was doing Gladiators and I was competing back then, everybody was doing them. I mean, I was doing them. But my thing with my steroid use back then was, there's something called Anavar. Anavar is it's always been a super mild steroid for women. I mean, it's so mild, it's insane. So women would take it to help them compete. Mm-hmm. And those were pretty much that and a little winstrol is what I did back in the day. But as far as as far as a natural, it's just about counting your macros, making sure you're getting your protein in and working out, and stop doing so much damn cardio. I mean, it's just, it's insane. I actually work for a company and I love their message because of the fact that it's all about strength training and get off the damn treadmill and start eating more protein and good carbohydrates and vegetables. It's not rocket science. It's been around for years.
So steroids, it doesn't give you any muscle, right?
It'll build it.
It'll build it.
It'll help build it because they do make you stronger. There's no doubt. I remember when I was doing Anavar, like let's say you're doing a 20-pound dumbbell curl. Mm-hmm. I mean, yeah, I kicked it up to 30, but it's not like I kicked it up to 50. You know, it's just slow increments. And that's what I mean by you still have to train your ass off. If anything, you got to train harder.
Got it.
You know, I don't know.
I want to thank you for coming tonight.
You're welcome.
And I mean it. This was amazing for me.
It was fun.
Personally. And I think you are a great guest. I had a great interview. You have a great story.
Thank you.
And we wish you the best of luck in your future endeavors. And,
Thank you.
And I'm sure we will do this again.
I'd love that.
Thank you so much. Can you tell people where they can find you?
Yes. They can find me all over social media. Lori.ice.fetrick. That's on Instagram. That's on TikTok. That's on Twitter or X. And let's see what else. Is there any other? Oh, Facebook. I don't even get on Facebook anymore.
Don't forget Chillin' with Ice.
Oh, Chillin' with Ice,
YouTube.
my podcast. My God. You know, I've been on a little hiatus on my podcast, but that's on my YouTube, Chillin' with Ice as well. So, it's Lori.ice.fetrick across the board. They can't take that ice away from me. It's who I am. It's my past.
No matter how many seasons.
No matter how many. Yeah, exactly.
Thank you, my dear.
Thank you very
so
much.
Very much.
It's been a lot of fun.
I appreciate it.